You've been brainwashed. Ever since you were a young child, you've been brainwashed. And that brainwashing has mostly been negative for you. And it's gotten you to the results to this day. So what I want to remind you of is, are you brainwashing over the brainwashing? Are you brainwashing over the brainwashing so you can succeed in life? That's what this video is about today.
Yeah. I'm inspired. I'm inspired.
Hey there guys, what's happening? My name is Sumedh Chatterjee. Right now I'm taking on the alter ego Scripps. I'm a rapper. I'm an entrepreneur. I have Flow Zone Academy. I'm a flow state coach, which means that I help you feel better and perform better. And right now I've turned on my alter ego Scripps because I think he can explain it to you better than I can. So the way you want to do it is you want to brainwash yourself to succeed, right? Throughout your life, you've had it against you. You had society against you, people against you. Now it's about having it for you. Like, how can you see a different perspective in life and allow it to change? When you wake up in the morning, what do you see? Because what you see will impact your growth and your genesis and your recreation process and your expansion process. You see what I'm saying? Do you see a dull room with dead plants and, a bunch of books with dust on them? Well, that's the reality that you're creating. You're creating no new knowledge. The books have dust on them. You have this dead plant in your room, signifying stagnancy or lack of growth. And your windows are always closed, so there's no new air or chi or prana coming into it. You see what I'm saying? And it's something so small, but so rich, right? It's so enriching to understand that perspective. So really start to understand, you've got to brainwash yourself. The moment I wake up, what's the thing I see? I see higher self evolved. I've stuck it up there on my ceiling. I go extreme with this. I go extreme with this shit every single day, right? I'm not playing around with my own transformation. Absolutely not. So I have on my ceiling, the first thing that I see, higher self evolved. On the other side, I have a smiley face and it says I am blank, but usually it's I am grateful, or I try and notice what comes up for me in that blank space, okay? First thing. Second thing, cold showers. If you're not taking cold showers, you're not really stretching that muscle of being like, oh, I'm okay with the resistance. I'm okay with that feeling of uncertainty or the unknown, or like that moment right before something bad happens. Like you're strengthening that muscle, right? You're strengthening the muscle of that. The opposite of this would be like hesitancy, right? It would be like this understanding of, okay, I can't really take action, okay? So the cold showers do that. Next thing you want to impact your life with, through brainwashing yourself, is every single place that you go, you have little notes for yourself, like little sticky notes, man. Make use of these sticky notes. I mean, I don't even know why sticky notes were created. Maybe they were there for reminders, you know what I mean? Like some adhesive was discovered. I'm sure there's an awesome origin story for it. If anybody knows, let me know in the comments. Have post-it notes like on the fridge, you have a note that says you're not hungry, you're just bored. You remind yourself like, oh, wait a second. Yeah, the post-it note, the sticky note is definitely right. I'm not hungry right now, I'm just bored, right? Important to know. Second thing, you go to your mirror, maybe it says I am safe, okay? You're associating your feeling of safety to your self-image. You get what I'm saying? Again, everywhere you go, your phone screen has an impact. Maybe it's a sigil, maybe it's a symbol that is really important to you, right? Maybe it's an affirmation. Maybe it's a chakra affirmation. I used to have that for a while. I used to have the root chakra affirmation on my phone screen. So like every time I would feel grounded again. And I chose to focus on my grounding during that time. So, and a big part of my grounding is being back here in my own hometown, Kolkata, which is where I was born, in a sense, grounded from, right? From the ground, from the earth. So, yeah, being here is a different experience. It's a more grounded experience for me now, okay? So, it's about the intention that you set. So I've chosen to brainwash myself because I know how much brainwashing I've gotten into. Cultural conditioning, social conditioning, media conditioning. It just keeps going. All this programming, right? All this stuff, this gunk that's made me who I am, that maybe I didn't even choose it, right? I didn't even decide this is who I wanted to be or how I wanted to express myself through that way, but it happened through that way because of certain things that I've watched, certain things that I've been keeping in my subconscious mind, you see, and that's how it is shown up through the present. So presence is such an attractive quality, guys. You know what I mean? You've really got to build that skill set of presence. I might do another video on the art of seduction archetypes. I know I started with my one, which was the natural, but also I was listening to Robert Greene speak, and he was talking about the fact that, you know, you could have multiple. Sometimes people have two that they really identify with. So I'm going to go through the book again and really start exploring it. So I'll be making more videos in regards to those archetypes as well. Okay. So with your music you're listening to, is it brainwashing you positively? All right? Is it brainwashing you in a positive way? Is the music you're listening to making you feel good or making you feel worse? Very important to consider. Are the movies you're watching making you feel good or making you feel worse? Now, sometimes we want a little bit of adventure or whatever, like we want to watch a little bit of horror to tweak our adrenaline systems and just feel a little bit more and stuff. But generally, like, I want you to decide what is the movie genre of your life. Maybe it is a gothic psychodrama or whatever you want it to be. But right now, it's presenting itself as a horror movie and you don't want it to be a horror movie. Well, it's time to change genres. Right? It's time to change the genre that you've been living in. You want a romantic comedy, but you're living in a teen comedy. Okay? Like, it's not going to work. If you stay PG-13 the rest of your life, you're not going to be R-rated. You got to change genres, my friend. That's the transformation from one movie genre of your life to another. This is my process, right? You can't learn this anywhere else. There's nobody talking to you about this kind of stuff, right? Changing movie genres of your life and all this kind of stuff, right? They might have some context, but I have the most context. This is my entire life is based on these principles, right? Of making my life like a movie, making my life like a play. And I think it's so powerful to understand the synopsis of your own storyline so you can build for it. We have Writing Reality coming up 17th December. If you're interested, contact me or Ivan Alejandro Acosta. His Instagram is man_I_fest with 2 T's. Mine, of course, as you know, is Flowzone Academy. So reach out to either of us if you're interested in that. It's going to be a phenomenal event, and we're going to get you to quantum jump into the character that you truly prefer to be. Okay, this kind of stuff in terms of manifestation, consciousness, drama, and theater, right? Film, bringing it all together to design the ideal life that you want to live. There's nobody out here talking about this. There's some people doing, like, you know, old women in Wichita doing like psychodrama somewhere, but you're not going to get this full-on rapid-fire experience until you commit. Until you commit. I am the Bodhidharma of this generation, so I need commitment from people. The people who are on my process, they're committed. They're showing up each week. They're doing the inner work. Okay? They're reaching out for help. It's a powerful process. So don't think that, oh yeah, I'm going to come in and then kind of mess around with my consciousness a little bit. And then maybe I'll get a few tools and then I'll go back and everything will be fine. No. This is a process of transformation. So it's about putting your foot down to the person you truly prefer, instead of the version that you've been being so far, that you're tired of. You're tired of being this version of you. So it's time to wake up. No more of that. Okay? And I'm telling you this because I'm passionate about it, because I've done it myself. A lot of people, they don't do it for themselves. They don't commit. They're scared. It's okay to be scared, but as long as you move with the fear anyway. You have to move with the fear anyway. All right? The uncertainty is adventure. The uncertainty is not fear of the unknown. It's just adventure. It's just new experience, novelty. Let me experience it. Let me experience all the aspects of life and not just pick and choose like some kind of choose your own adventure novel, right? I'm not like that. There is no one this or that for me. There's a trillion choices, and I can hone into any one that I prefer, and I know that. If you suddenly give your client, like let's say you're a coach, right? And you give your client 2 options to pick. Would you rather have this or this? It's not going to be an ideal conversation because they're going to say one or the other, and they picked based on your opinion. So you can't be super opinionated as a coach. You got to allow your client to immerse their own process, and you have to actually allow them to give them more options than one. So they understand that there's more to life than this split mind decision-making thing. Now for some people, they might hear I have 100 options and they might get overwhelmed. For some, it's easy. They know where their heart is at. And they go with that decision. But you can't go with just a mind decision or just a heart decision. You got to go with both. You got to go with the synergy of both, of the heart and mind together coming through. Because that's the most pure communication that you can ever do. Right? The most pure communication is that. Is your logical and emotional. And it's not too much, or is it not too less? It's definitely not normal. Who wants to be normal? What is normal? There's no definition of normal. We don't just wake up in the morning automatically and like there's like the whole world cheering us on. Like most of these celebrities, they check their Instagrams and they have like maybe thousands and thousands of comments from their fans. Heart eyes, all this kind of stuff. It could be very overwhelming for you to wake up to messages like that, right? However, start to understand that if you want that reality, you're going to have to be okay with that. So what are you okay with? That's a very important question, my friends. If you want to brainwash yourself, you have to know what are you okay with? Because that's what are we trying to brainwash you from? You see? What are we trying to brainwash you from? What is the old version of you that you don't like? Let's really zoom in on it and start to understand the insecurities on a deeper level, because they present themselves in this particular way, but there's a link that we have to look for. There's an invisible thread that runs through each and every experience that we have to look for. Once we get to the root cause, it's a pivotal shift in your consciousness once you reframe that root cause and make it a part of your evolving storyline. Okay, this is what we do for you in Writing Reality. And understand that brainwashing yourself is going to require a lot of effort, a conscious, willed effort on your part. Like, it's not easy to just go through your phone every day and you see this, symbol or whatever, right? It's not, like, maybe you might like it, but it's like understanding the power of repetition, but even more than that, understanding the power of understanding. Okay? So do you get it? Do you get it or do you not get it? If you don't get it, send me a private message and I'll explain it to you. If you do get it, good for you. Brainwash yourself today on a positive note. Fill your phone with positive songs. Fill your life with positive imagery everywhere. And how you want your reality to be, baby. You know what I mean? Like, how do you want your reality to be? Do you want to be living at a beach? My wallpaper is a beach. You guys have seen it. I'm going to be living at the beach. You already know, right? Because I'm training myself. I'm training my mind. Okay? Some people might think, oh, this is wishful thinking or whatever. No, it's not. There's a science behind the law of attraction that I've yet to teach you guys. But stay tuned because it's a very powerful process. And we know whatever placebo science has taught us, even that is powerful by itself. So we don't even need it to work for us in this mystical way. We know that it can give us results in a very practical way. I hope you guys liked this video. It was a little bit different. Have an incredible day. May the flow be with you and stay legendary. Let's get it today. Upwards Progress.